Hi, my name's Camille Mendler. I'm a practice leader in the enterprise team at Ovum, and we're the official research partner for XLR8. Gosh, you know, we think that IoT is something special and new, and it is, but fundamentally what it is, it's a business, it's a startup, and startups need business plans. And if there are startups going bad in the IoT space, it's because they went bad in other technologies. Now, I used to work for a couple of startups, and I can tell you what goes wrong. Things that go wrong are the person who had the idea that actually started the business and got it to a particular level is not necessarily the person that's going to take it to the next level. You know, the person that, let's say, seduces the investors is someone maybe has a different type of hat on and a different way of talking to the market than someone who's got some cool idea who's really techie. So that's one reason that, you know, startups of any type fail. The other reason is that many startups are started up by propeller heads, and there's nothing wrong with that, and IoT is full of propeller heads. You need to take that technology and put together a use case. Unless you have a use case, you're not going to go anywhere, because you're inviting people to imagine what to do with that technology. And for most people, 95% people, including investors, by the way, they are not necessarily imaginative. They only think in numbers, return on investment. So unless you take them by the hand, put together and say, these are the use cases, and this is the type of money you might make, you're going to crash and burn. When I think about startups and IoT, there are so many that I learn one name and then I forget them. But I think about companies that have made it, and have made it that were startups a few years ago. So an example that comes to mind is coming out of France, and actually France has tons of really cool IoT startups. And that company is Netatmo. Now, they are consumer orientated, they are focusing on smart home. You will see them in mainline retailers. They are making the Internet of Things completely banal in the sense that it becomes integrated in our daily lives. And I think what's interesting about that company, which was set up, 2011, 2012, so, you know, just moving out of startup mode, is that they've learned to diversify, to build an ecosystem so they're not defined by one single device, one single thing. So it's weather stations, it's security, it's a variety of things for that environment. They understand the context in which they play. So there's the use case. And I think that's an example of a company that's understood how they position themselves in a highly competitive environment. So come to XLR8. It's a big tent event, a smorgasbord of digital, mobile. Ovum will be there with everyone else who's in the tech scene, and it's going to be fun. 8 events under one single roof. Come to the XL. We'll see you there, have a conversation, predict and plan the future.